In a significant escalation of support, the United States announced on May 10, 2024, a new $400 million military aid package for Ukraine. This assistance comes as Kyiv grapples with Russian military advances, particularly in the northeast Kharkiv region. This latest tranche of aid includes a diverse array of weaponry and equipment aimed at bolstering Ukraine's defense capabilities against an increasingly assertive Russian military campaign. Notably, the package provides high-mobility artillery rocket systems, HIMARS, Patriot and National Advanced Surface-to-Air Missile Systems munitions, artillery rounds, and a slew of armored vehicles, among other critical supplies. The announcement follows congressional approval of supplemental funding in late April, marking a decisive move to support Ukraine amidst its challenging fight for sovereignty. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, acknowledging the dire situation in the east, expressed optimism that with the new influx of U.S. weapons, Ukrainian forces would be able to confront Russian advances effectively. Secretary of State Antony Blinken underscored the U.S. commitment, stating that the United States, along with its international coalition, stands firmly with Ukraine in its defense of freedom. This package also signifies a broader strategy by the U.S. and its allies to address the immediate and long-term needs of the Ukrainian military. Beyond immediate aid, the U.S. has initiated a historic $6 billion USAI, Ukraine Security Assistance Initiative, package aimed at equipping Ukraine with newly purchased equipment from the U.S. defense industry. German government assistance in funding the purchase of 3 HIMARS systems for Ukraine underscores the international dimension of support for Kyiv. However, the challenge for Ukraine is not just about receiving military assistance. It's about the timing and effectiveness of this aid. Russia seems to be exploiting delays and gaps in the delivery of Western military support, concentrating forces in strategic areas and stepping up its offensive operations. Ukrainian forces, facing intense battles, particularly in the Kharkiv region, continue to show resilience against Russian attempts at territorial gains. President Zelensky's recent remarks about stopping the enemy with artillery fire, in the face of a new wave of Russian counteroffensive actions in the north, highlight the ongoing fierce struggle on the ground. As international support for Ukraine solidifies, questions about the conflict's trajectory and Ukraine's strategic responses become more pressing. With about $50.6 billion provided in military aid by the U.S. to Ukraine since February 2022, the spotlight is not only on the current military engagements, but also on the broader implications for regional stability and international security dynamics. What remains to be seen is how this latest round of aid will influence the battlefields of Ukraine and the geopolitical calculus of all involved.